I get first place, so I get to choose where I go first in the draft. I'm willing to give you that position out of the kindness of my heart, but there will be consequences later in the year. I'm not going to tell you what they are.
Like I'm Bender in Robot Hell in Futurama right now.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the HGO podcast. I'm one of your hosts today, Ethan, and joining me in this brand new year is my good friends, Hunter and Kyle. Hey guys, how you doing?
We made it.
Oh, I'm doing just swell.
We made it. It's another year in the books. Here we are. 2023 is 2023, everybody. We made it. Wow, I can't believe it. It's good to be here, you know? It's like, did you have a good break? We had a little bit of a break. It wasn't much.
Yeah.
I feel like we were planning a longer break. Really, we just got like an extra day on top of it. But hey, how have you guys been?
Something
You been
like
alright?
that.
Yeah. Did you have a good holiday?
Complain.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Man, beating Crisis Core like before I got the rest of my days off gave me this crazy sense of like gamer ADHD, where now I can't settle on something to do.
See, I'm the opposite. I was like, this is the first break I've had off in 5 months. And I was like, this is like, I was looking at The Witcher, and it's like, you guys know, I've owned The Witcher 3 since 2016. I've owned this game for a better part. Basically, a quarter of my life I have owned The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt in some way, shape, or form. And I was like, this is it. I'm going to do it. And I still haven't finished it, but I'm close. I feel like by the end of this break, I will have finished it. And people aren't lying. That game's really long. Like, geez, why doesn't it stop? Why doesn't it stop? I hate RPGs. This is what I mean. This is when Kyle's like, why won't they stop? Why is it open world? I'm the same way. Because I'm like, just let me out. It's good. It's very good. First 6 hours are awful, but the rest of it had a bit of Horizon syndrome. But the rest of it's really good. And now I'm stuck. And then I just get to go back to work, which is more depressing. That's a different job that I don't want. But hey, we're all here. Hope you guys have had an amazing holiday, whether you celebrate or not. If you got some days off, that's cool too. To be honest, that's probably better because you didn't have any distractions. That's pretty great. That's pretty epic.
Yeah.
Whatever you did, I hope you had a great time. But enough of the pleasantries. We're here to talk a bit about last year, but mainly about the year to come. We're doing it early this year, the earliest possible chance, so that we don't lose any games, apparently. It's time.
Stuff's coming out early next
Yeah.
year. So
It
I mean, we
is.
still have till the end of the month for, I think, anything that matters.
How dare you? You don't know that yet. But we're going to talk all about them. We're going to do our fantasy.
he's right. There's a SpongeBob game out at the end of the month.
Oh, it's true. We're holding. We're hodling for SpongeBob, guys. But yeah, we're here. We're going to talk about everything that's still to come. We're going to look back at 2022, look at our fantasy critic draft, and do all of that. So if you are on podcast services, we're available. You obviously can listen to us. But if you want the visual representation of the Fantasy Critic League, it will be on the video version at youtube.com/hotgamersonly. So go and check that out there if you prefer to see it. But I promise you, we'll do a good enough job of explaining everything. It should be at least, palatable for you guys. I can't promise anything more than that because there will be a lot of spreadsheets and numbers. But I do promise you'll at least have a decent time. Maybe? I don't know. Is this show a decent time? I never know.
I like to think so.
I hope so. You guys consistently show up,
We
so
keep
I hope.
coming back, so
Yeah,
Marginally
exactly.
acceptable.
I expected a couple of
Free
friends to
and
show up the
competent.
first week, and then no one ever listened to this thing ever again. But some of you do show up, so I hope you enjoy. But I don't know. This is always fun. I do enjoy this. It's one of my favorite episodes of the year, and it's great to get it straight out of the way. So there's nothing but disappointment for the rest of the year, guys. It's gonna be fun.
Woo.
But where shall we start? I assume one of you is on timestamps because I have to do some movie magic this episode. So I hope one of you is on timestamps because I'm gonna switch over. Let's talk about 2022. We'll get that over and done with. Hopefully we won't spend as long as we did last year because I feel like we spent a lot of time on it last year. We'll try and do a brief recap of this past year.
Well, there were 2 less players last year.
Yeah,
We should be
true.
good.
We should. Let's take it from here and let's go. Power of editing. Are you ready? Will this work? It worked, ladies and gentlemen. We did it. It worked.
Hey.
Wow. It worked. Incredible. So, as you can see, we've got the Fantasy Critic up on the screen right now. And it was a close one this year, Hunter. It was close. Sorry, Cal. Don't mean to dismiss you instantly, but it was a close one.
Me.
It was a close one.
I had no part in this.
So,
Other
we
than
do...
disruption.
I do want to make a little bit of an editor's note. It is the 31st. Well, for me, it's the 31st of December. For you guys, it's the 30th. There is technically a day left, and Sports Story could get a score, because as you can see, it's currently unscored. But
It's not looking too great, though.
with how buggy it's released, I feel like we're safe to say the results are in the bag, even though there is only a 4-point difference, which is absolutely nutty, to be honest. I did not expect it to be that close at the end. But as you can see here, Kyle, valiant effort this year. If we compare Kyle to last year, though, Kyle, what did you get last year?
Bad.
Really
wait,
bad.
last 2022 or
2021? You only got 69 points, bro. That's
never
pretty.
Mind. I won that year.
You won that year, but also I got 168, so it was like there was a 100 gap difference last year, whereas this year, bigger. There's a bigger quality of content here. This is the juicy stuff, because there was only basically a 30-point gap, which is pretty respectable, especially for you, Kyle, because me and Hunter,
since nothing was coming out, there were just these huge droughts. It was
and
great.
Also, me and Hunter, we're big normies who are suckers for these corporations that will happily pay $70 for a video game every month and just suck that stuff up. You barely play new games. You play like a handful of new games every year. So the fact that you managed to do this well while knowing nothing about a lot of these games, I think that's props. Because I went with basic answers. It's not even close. Like
I think we said everything about me last week when I had to ask what immortality was.
To be fair, I only know because I heard it on a couple of podcasts.
Came out.
Yeah, I only know it it's on a couple of podcasts.
Or remembered it was coming out.
But hey, so let's start with you, Kyle. Let's start with Kyber Club. How are you feeling your year went overall? Let's do a bit of a review for you. What do you think?
I will say overall, I do like everything I picked, barring one thing. Everything I picked, I thought was going to do well, barring one pick where I took Skull and Bones for collusion with Hunter to try and stop you.
I am really happy that I didn't win that way.
The plan was, before Skull and Bones got delayed for like the 90th time into next year, the plan was have Hunter counterpick it. It gets a negative score, and then Hunter gets points added to his score off the counterpick.
Absolutely evil.
Well, lo and behold, Skull and Bones got pushed to next year.
So that would have really been the difference maker. I would have been a little upset.
I would have laughed a lot, dude.
See, I just think it's funny because it's like, obviously, I don't really keep up with many people that do these kinds of things, but I do. The one that I do tend to watch every year, especially, is who I named this idea was Easy Allies, because they have this stupid way of thinking, and one of them always picks Skull and Bones, and he's like, "This is gonna be the year, guys. It's gonna be big," and everyone's just like instantly counterpicks it. Like,
if we had been doing this in like 2014, I would have absolutely The Last Guardian would have been my meme pick.
Yeah, so it's just like that game's definitely coming out this year, and it's definitely gonna get like a 50. It's gonna be really bad, but man, it's gonna be its year this year, guys. I feel about it, but no, for the most part,
I feel can't push that game anymore.
Yeah. I feel like you had some solid games here, and the ones that did score a bit low, I feel a bit unfair from your point of view.
I will fight reviewers.
Some of them, DNF Duel getting a 79, I think that's a bit of a ridiculous kind of score. I feel like 79.
No, that's fair, actually.
No, Windjammers is fair. DNF Duel, I feel like DNF Duel.
Considering the way I've heard people talk about Live Alive, I would have expected that to be a point
80.9. That's
like an 83 or something.
Yeah, it's on 80.9. We can see the decimals on the fantasy.
Like, I'm willing to bet that it's better than Fire Emblem 3 Hopes.
I would also say that. I don't know, Ethan. You own both of those games.
I haven't played 3 Hopes.
Play them and review them for us.
No, I'm good. But
honestly, I would fight reviewers on Valkyrie Elysium. I played that game yesterday, beat it yesterday, and it was a short video game. Ethan, 10 hours.
Nah, that's fair.
It was
good stuff.
It was super fucking fun.
Yeah,
big recommend.
And I do want to say,
like Devil May Cry.
Some of the games that you picked,
baby's first DMC.
Some of the games you picked were actual risk takers, really. Before the year, now you look at Kirby and the Forgotten Land and Pokemon Legends Arceus, and you go, "Duh! Of course, those are games that scored in the 80s." I was taking the piss out of fucking Pokemon Legends Arceus. I was like, risky pick that is, Pokemon Company. And then here I am, the clown. We'll talk about that later. But fucking put Scarlet and Violet and got a nice 2 points on it, But
Okay.
I just wanted to get it on the Pokemon hype.
I knew Kirby would do well. I didn't think it would get me 15 points of doing
Here's the
well.
thing, right? Is I got Kirby for Christmas. I got all the Nintendo games that I refused to pay for this year for Christmas, which is great. I got Live Alive, I got Kirby, and I got Bayonetta. Wow, what a three-peat.
Wow.
And if you would have told me that Bayonetta was the weakest of those 3 video games, where like at the start of the year, I'd be like, you're tripping. But here we are. But I played the start of Kirby again recently because we played some of it in the demo, and it is like, yeah, it's an easy platformer, and it's a very simple platformer, but it's a very consistently well-made platform. It's a very well-made game from HAL in particular, especially when you compare it to Star Allies, which was their last effort, which was pitifully awful. Like that game is just not good. Whereas at least Kirby and the Forgotten Land is quality when it comes to a game, so that's fair enough. I mean. The ones that did not release, Hogwarts Legacy, that's just a bit unfortunate, to be honest. That game should have come out last year. They're just cowards. Yeah. And to be honest, part of me doesn't. I just don't blame them. Just keep delaying it.
Forever.
Yeah. And Stellar Blade, you were
Stellar Blade didn't have a name for until
you were
October.
on crack. I counterpicked this one, and I was like, yeah, I was just so right. I was like, this was not. I don't know why you thought that was coming out last year.
I don't know.
There you go.
I think I just needed something there.
Yeah, but not bad. And like I say, you didn't fill up all your slots, so there's still potential there. There's still potential there.
Because stuff stopped coming out at the end of the year.
And Ethan started getting greedy. I literally started going desperate. I went to the bargain bins. You can see by my scores. We'll talk to that in a second. Hunter,
I could have picked up High on Life, but I have too much
done
pride
any
for
good.
that.
Yeah,
either.
True. Anyway, Hunter, what's your year in review in terms of your?
Oh, they're pretty solid. Comparing it to the first round, I broke the can't get past 70 barrier. Can't get past 75 barrier within the first couple of weeks. So that was nice. Elden Ring, best pick of a solitary game in the year. Plenty of things that I'm like, oh shoot, maybe I should have picked something else, like Trek to Yomi. It was, Devolver Digital is usually, Devolver Digital is usually good for like solid game or two, as evidenced by Cult of the Lamb later on in my list. So, but there are other ones that they have that are misses.
I think that's the problem with Devolver is I love Devolver. They do great stuff. They do great work on publishing. But it does seem to be, if they have multiple releases in one year, it does usually mean there's a hit and a miss. And I don't know why it's always that case, but Devolver just always seems to have a hit and a miss. It's like Annapurna as well.
Annapurna's the same way. They're both usually good for like one or two that are like pretty great. And then another one or two that aren't as good. But yeah.
I mean, I think the big shock from your list is Callisto Protocol. I don't think no one expected Callisto Protocol to do so poorly.
Dropping.
Yeah.
If it had stayed where it was, I would be the winner of this year.
You would have, yeah. I could have said the same thing. Where's Gotham Knights? I could have said the same thing about Gotham Knights, by the way. That started off positive and then dipped into hell, where it belongs. Anyway.
The Callisto Protocol doesn't belong there. Like I will continue to say, I think it's a better game than Ghostwire Tokyo or Trek to Yomi, or at least those two, which are both scored better than it. A couple of other mistakes here, like I had entertained the notion of counterpicking like Saints Row or Gotham
would have
Knights
been a good point.
for a while.
We'll talk about mine. Mine is the most. My list is fucking wacky when you see that.
And then like I think the final big mistake I made was taking Somerville instead of Pentiment, because those were like the ones that
that is a huge mistake. You would have won on Pentiment. You would have won.
Yeah, I would have won. That would have been. It wouldn't have been as interesting in the last couple of weeks though. So
So what you're saying is you threw for the content. That's what you're saying. You were like,
I picked Silent Hill at the end of the draft. Of course, I was throwing for the content.
Yeah, but the stupid thing is you actually got like 6 Silent Hill games. You joked about 1, and then you ended up getting like 23, where they were just like, "Hi guys."
And a Netflix show, I'm pretty sure.
It's just like it's a movie, I believe.
A movie?
Like, yeah, 6 games in a movie. You know, like genuinely. Anyway, but no, I think overall solid list. I think you played better than I did, definitely, because you had. Like,
also, Advance Wars, the free like 10 points that I just don't get to have because Russia's horrible.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, you can play that game again this year because that game's just going to sit on a shelf forever. I feel like I genuinely.
It's your turn to pick it this year.
I would honestly put a bet of Advanced Wars being like the final Switch game to come out, where when Switch 2 is on the way. Like, I feel like we're all under the assumption that 2024 will be the year of the next like Nintendo console. So I feel like end of 2023, it could be the end of next year. This year, oh god, it'll be this year now. That's scary. It could be the end of this year, but I can easily see it slip into spring 2024 as well. I feel like that game's just going to drop one day, like Sports Story, which is like, it's out now, have fun.
Oh, yeah, the difference is this one is like finished already.
And it's by like an actual, like quite a big developer in Way Forward.
Still. Way Forward is great. And also, by the way, their games still don't get the respect they deserve. River City Girls 2 is more than a 79.
Definitely. Anyway, let's move on to my train wreck of the year, guys, because
says the winner.
Yeah, but let's be real here. With the way I played, I shouldn't have won. Let's talk about it, because I'll admit, I feel like my initial pickings...
Did pick up some weird shit. Never mind.
No, my original 10, if we ignore, like, obviously Suicide Squad was on there, and other things like that, I feel like I had the strongest starting, like, Hunter had Elden Ring, but I feel like I had the strongest start because I had so many good games, and I felt it. At the start, I was like, this is going great. Gran Turismo 7 definitely does not deserve an 87, but I'll take it. Thank you very much. Very cool. Triangle Strategy, 83. Really solid, especially when you compare it to all of Square Enix's other guff that they released this year. That was just absolutely tragic. So it's like, yeah, fair play. I'll take that. The end of the year was where I struggled, and I feel the turning point for my fantasy critic this year was Soul Hackers 2, because what the fuck happened? Atlas, what the hell? I expect at least an 80 from you, not a 74. Like, what is this, Garbo? No, unacceptable. That was crazy. And then after that, Saints Row. Like, I was fully expecting a 7 out of 10 game, a 7.5. I was not expecting a miracle here. I was expecting, like, a competent video game. I did not expect the death of the franchise. Like, I don't think anybody did. It was that bad they gave fucking Deep Silver to to fucking Randy Pitchford and Gearbox. Ugh. I was like, if that's even worse, it's like, oh my god, that's a fate worse than death. Like, oh my god, no. Just absolutely awful. Gotham Knights. Haven't played it. I still feel like the world might have been too harsh on Gotham Knights. We'll have to see when I eventually pick it up from the bargain bin for $10 in like another 12 months. But, I still feel like how bad could that game possibly be to deserve a 68.9? Didn't even get a 69. What the fuck? That's absolutely ridiculous. Call of Duty, 75.2. I'm never picking Call of Duty ever again. Luckily, there's not one coming out this year. But if there was, wouldn't pick it. The days of them getting awards for best sound design, over. And then, at the end, I just kind of fucked it. I saw Sonic fans say that they like Sonic Frontiers, so I ate into the hype. Got a point for it. Not worth it. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, I was like, you know what? Pokemon's still going to score well. Got 2 points. Absolutely shafted it. Just like Warhammer, 45,000 Dark Time. Dragon Quest Treasures, what the fuck happened there? Dude, I looked at every other Dragon Quest spin-off and it gets an 80. Why? What did you do, Square? Why did you have such a shit year? Like, oh my god. Absolutely abysmal. And if it wasn't for Pentiment and Marvel's Midnight Suns, if it wasn't for Pentiment, Marvel's Midnight Suns, and then obviously The
Last of Us Part 1.
The Last of Us. I forgot. I did not deserve to win last year. I put The Last of Us Part 1. I did not deserve to win last year.
I think The Last of Us Part 1 was what made Kyle decide he was cool with the collusion thing.
Yeah. Mentally, I'm just subtracting 18 points from your score.
You know what? Mentally, I'm doing the same, but I'm also erasing Saints Row from existence. So I feel like I still only lost by
So
11.
it comes out in the
Yeah.
wash.
Yeah. But
But you also had God of War Ragnarok, which 26.5 points.
yeah, which was great.
Can't
And also,
argue
I
with
do want to
that.
say that I did counterpick all of my games very early on, and I still got nothing from it. So very happy with that as well. Very happy with
Yeah,
my
props
results.
to all of us. All of our counter picks got
Yeah.
no repercussions because we all picked
Yeah.
shit that didn't come out.
Mm-hmm. And here we go. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, we are off to the races. I've realised. Sorry, podcast viewers. I'm just going to do that real quick. They're like, oh my god, what did he just flick over? It was just the Wikipedia article for games of 2023. Don't get too excited. Okay? Don't get too excited. I've lost the tab. Someone make a timestamp of that just in case there was personal information on it again. I might have done goofed again, okay? I might have done goofed. It's fine. It's like 21 minutes. In fact, I've got a pen here. I'll use the archaic method of writing it down. We have got a couple of changes. Stop pressing buttons, Ethan. How hard is it to just get on 2023? Oh, it's fine.
Man uses a Stream Deck, by the way.
I can't use my Stream Deck because the latest update of OBS broke my Stream Deck, so I can't even use it for this. So it's like, ugh.
Oh,
Yeah, still waiting for that
Never
fixed. Anyway, so new names: Kyle still Kyber Cup. Hunter,
I couldn't be bothered to think of a new name.
Hunter, very smartly doing swelling, very nice. Also DSI, very very clever. I just gave up. I just did PS Ether because I was like, well, very funny, very funny. Can't wait for that to drop. Can I put PS VR 2 as a thing in my fantasy critic? Just
You can pick a
Would they review
PSVR
the
2
hardware?
game.
yeah, no, I just want the hardware.
Like
Just give me
nothing's
the points.
stopping you from picking Horizon Call of the Mountain.
No,
or
I don't want
something.
that. I want the
Beat
actual
Saber 2.
console. I want the actual. No, I wish. But Beat Saber's owned.
I
Genuinely,
wish.
Beat Saber's owned by Facebook now, and it's like they're
Yeah.
not gonna port it. If they ported Beat Saber 2 to PSVR 2, I genuinely would buy one. I'd take a loan out just because I want Beat Saber, and I don't want to use a I don't want to use the Meta Quest or whatever it is because I don't want to give Facebook money in that way. So it's like, man can dream. But anyway, a couple of changes this year. Only there's only a handful. The main ones are games over 90. We have lowered the points that you gain. Instead of 2 points for every extra, it's now 1.5, just to make it a bit more close, just so that when Hunter gets Breath of the Wild 2, Tears of the Kingdom, he doesn't go fucking crazy on stonks and then can just cruise through the rest of the year. Did we make any other changes? I don't think we did. I think that is
We
the only
turned
change.
trading on, or
No, I kept it off
did we
because
decide against that?
Yeah, because I don't want collusion.
But collusion's fun.
I am British. This is my empire. This is my fucking land. I'm not letting you
Boo.
guys. No, I'm just kidding. We can turn it on later, but I think other than that, that's all I have to really
I think that's the only
say.
big
Everything else is
change.
the same thing. The only thing to decide is obviously we didn't mention Carl's punishment is he's playing Elden Ring. That's his punishment.
His
Congratulations,
punishment is that
Already-
we're making him
I've already
play a
got
good
it.
game.
the game of the year. And I told him that if he loses next year,
Doesn't
his
matter.
punishment will be Tears of the Kingdom. So I hope you love
How
open
dare
world
we
RPG.
make him play another good
Yeah,
game?
a sequel
Yeah.
to a game I haven't played.
Yeah. I just love that. Is if it was me, you'd be like pulling out fucking Babylon's Fall or whatever. Good luck, beat that before the servers die. And then if Kyle's losing, we're like, Kyle, unfortunately, your punishment is you're gonna have to play the game of the year for 2022. And Kyle's
Oh,
like,
you guys said it was
"No."
this or get the plat in Balan Wonderworld,
That was true. That was true.
and
And
there
when he
are
found
so
out that
many
that
things
takes
I'd rather
40
do.
hours, yeah, he was
40
like,
hours
"You-
and 2
yeah."
playthroughs.
Nah.
Nah.
So
Even though I can guarantee Elden Ring is going to be longer than 40 hours.
it is. So I just want to. I said no collusion, right? I said no
Oh
collusion.
God.
You did.
Kyle,
Eh.
I'm going to offer you a choice.
Oh.
Dun dun dun. Making things spicy from the start.
Guys, I don't know what this is. We didn't talk about this. I'm actually terrified.
I
right
get
now.
first place, so I get to choose where I go first in the draft.
Okay.
I can choose whichever position I want.
Truth.
I always go for number 3.
Yeah, you've gone last in both draft
Because I want the
leagues.
double pick. I want the double pick. I want to be
Correct.
cheeky. I want the double
Yeah.
pick.
That's a good place to be in a snake draft.
I'm willing to give you that position out of the kindness of my heart. But there will be consequences later in the year, and I'm not going to tell you what they are. So the choice is yours, buddy boy. Do you want my position in the draft, and then I will choose first, and then Hunter will go in the middle?
I feel like I'm Bender in Robot Hell in Futurama right now.
But it comes with a prize, and what will that prize be later in the year? I don't know. Will it mean your punishment if you lose is even worse? Like, it's the worst thing ever? Will it mean that I'll come asking for favors later in the year? Who knows what it means? I don't know.
Oh, man.
But you'll be indebted to me, and you will pay a price at some point in the year of our Lord 2023.
No.
You don't want it?
No, I don't want to go last.
Okay. Okay, fair enough.
I'm fine with staying in the middle.
Fair enough then. Well, I tried to make it interesting, ladies and gentlemen. I'll take my third place. Thank you very much. Thank you. I'll take my third in the queue.
Now when you're being so
Cool.
fucking vague and cheeky about it.
Oh, man.
Fucking wackadoodle.
The really funny thing now.
At least I'm direct about my psychological
Legit.
warfare. I'm like,
Hunter
Suicide
says-
Pact.
Hunter's
Do
the
it.
man who picks games that don't even exist and gets in our heads that way.
Well, see, here's the thing is, because here's the thing is, I can't play with Hunter because Hunter will just play with me back. Because Hunter will be
Yeah.
like, yeah, I will take that, and I'll take your punishment, and then I'll also come up with something else later to toy over with you. It's like, it'll be just be a game.
Yeah,
of
and I'll do
fucking-
this punishment while like sitting on a chair made of spikes.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, Hunter will enjoy it. Hunter's maniacal. Hunter will be like, oh boy, that sounds like a joy and a half. Yes, thank you. I do want a Platinum Bell in Wonderworld. Thank you. So now, I'll take third then. If Kyle doesn't want it, then I'll take third. Hunter,
Yeah.
where do you want to go in the draft?
Oh, I will once again take the first position.
Okay then. Well, Kyle, you're going in the middle.
Yeah,
There we
that's what
go.
I was expecting.
Inverse of last year's now, manually. Right. Swap you two around. And confirm the draft order. Okay, boys. Good luck. So, first up is Hunter. Hunter. Warning, once you start drafting,
well.
you can no longer add or remove players. Yeah. Don't worry, no one's coming back.
They're gone.
They're
We
gone.
don't know where they are.
We'd happily let them back in, but we know that Sam will give up again 6 months in. Love you, Sam, but you will give up. And Jack, we love you too, but you promise to show up to things and you don't, so we can't trust you either. You can make a Google Doc and have a little fun time on your own, but you know, like,
It'd
Big boys show up.
It'd be funny to make a fourth player that we just give like that we all have access to and just make a bunch of nonsense picks. That'd be the fun way to create chaos is use the fourth person to just screw each other over. But anyway.
we know what you're gonna
yeah.
pick. We know what you're gonna
Yeah.
pick. Do
Yeah,
I have to even
time's the
say it? Do I
charm.
just start
Breath
typing in The Legend of Zelda?
Tears and or Tears of the Kingdom, please.
Well, you know, as an English person, this deeply offends me. And I personally feel like this game should not be allowed in the fantasy draft because it's offending my country. But at the same time, you know, fuck the monarchy. So yeah, you can have it. Add the game to publisher. You know, have fun.
Woo. All right.
There you go. Congratulations, Kyle.
I am going to take Final Fantasy 16.
Bold.
Thank you.
I like it. I like it. You sure? Locking it in?
Yes, I'm sure.
Okay. Just no thoughts, nothing on that. You're just like, yeah, I want it. Oh, it's
Final
my turn.
answer.
I'm gonna mute the tab.
16 looks fucking sweet.
It just made like a little doo-doo-doo, and I'm like, I don't want that. Thank you, though. Thanks for trying, though, Fantasy Critic. Right. So I'm going to take this one first, because I was always going to take it. Spider-Man 2. It's coming out.
Nah.
And this is I'm
might
doing
be
a
the one
Hunter
you leave
here.
till the
I
end.
know that this will not get a 90. I'm just going with my heart here, because I just want it.
Yeah.
So I'm going with my
That's
heart
the
here.
spirit.
Because last time I tried to play the numbers game last year, and it clearly nearly went to shit. So I'm like, I'm not doing that this time. No numbers. Go with my heart. Draft it. Second game. I'm picking it back up. Hollow Knight Silksong. It's coming out this year.
That's a good pick.
I would
And I'm
say so,
solely
yeah.
doing that because it was in that Xbox conference where they were like, it's coming
Yeah.
out, like, all the games are coming out within the first, half of
Yeah.
this year. And I don't
It'll
think
be-
Silksong will be the first half of this year, but I think it's a strong, like, October game.
Yeah.
So, there you go.
Yeah,
Hollow
no,
Knight Silksong.
I agree with that.
Drafty boy. Thank you very much. Cal.
I am going to go with. Sorry, I was updating timestamps. Star Wars Jedi Survivor.
Oh,
Strong.
that's a good pick too.
You know what?
game looks
I'm gonna
much more
say
polished
smart
than the
because I would
other
have
one.
100% of that was a game that I was hoping would fly a tiny bit under the radar a little while. So I was definitely gonna be one of my picks on the next draft. So fair play. I like that one. That's a good one. Confirming it?
Yep.
Okay. It's just that easy. We're going to be done in like 10 minutes, by the way, guys. So I hope you enjoy this really short episode. Go on, Hunter. You've got two
Happy
picks.
New
now.
Year, everybody.
My
Happy New
next
Year.
pick is going to be Resident Evil 4 Remake.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mhm.
Made the best game ever once already, and they're going to do it again. Between this and Zelda, I think both of those will, Resident Evil is going to come out, and I think it'll hit over 90.
Really?
By like a point or two, like a 92.
People really love Resi 4.
Yeah.
They do. But here's
Resi
my
got
thing.
like a
Am I locking
91
it
or
in?
something.
Am I locking?
Yeah, lock it in,
like, it's
for
going to be a
sure.
high 80 at least. Like I'm not denying that. I'm just like,
Yeah.
I'm just wondering because this one is, everybody's favorite. Everyone loves Resident Evil 4, and everyone's like, that means it's obviously going to be a bona fide hit. I think if anything, that means that this one they're going to be slightly harsher because I know what fucking critics are like. They're going to be slightly harsher. Still going to get like an 88, 89.
So,
but I'm like, I still think it's going to be slightly harsher than the 2 remake.
The 2 is everyone's favorite of the classic series. So,
Oh yeah, but 4 is like the cult kind of icon, right? Like that's like that is the
4 is the one that hit the normies more.
yeah, exactly. So that's what I'm saying. It's the cult. That's like the. If people have watched the movies, if they've heard of any of the characters, they've heard of Leon, and they've probably heard of Resident Evil 4. That's what I'm trying to get out. Like trying to get out there. What's your other pick?
Oh, Capcom's just gonna lead me to the promised land this year. Street Fighter 6 is my next pick.
You're a
God
bitch.
fucking damn it. I'm
Uh,
already.
I don't
I
even
just
like
want to say
Street
this.
Fighter and
I
you're
just
a
want to say
bitch.
this. Yeah, I am already regretting this. I'm already regretting where I've gone with mine already. All right, okay,
Yeah.
there you go. Street Fighter.
That's
6.
why I didn't want your slot.
That's it. Well, here's the thing, right? Is I'll add you to publisher. Fuck you. You don't get second chances. But the reason that I'm saying it is because I'm now realizing. Because here's the thing. Hunter's a smart guy. Hunter knows this release calendar.
Thank you.
I've not looked at Wikipedia yet. So it's like I'm just going off of my heart because they only like I have 3 games in my brain and they've all been now come out. So I'm like, oh great, well, here we go. Like, oh, sheesh. Anyway,
See, I'll tell you my thought process. Like, I didn't want that third place slot because I couldn't think of what a third first round pick game would be. Like last year, the first round picks were obvious: Elden Ring, Horizon, and God of War.
Yeah, and I 100% want to say that the correct answer to that would have been Resident Evil 4. I'm just stupid and forgot that was coming out this year. I want to make that extremely abundantly clear that I'm a dumbass. Like, trust me, I just wanted Spider-Man, to be honest. That's the real thing. And Hollow Knight will get a really good score.
Hollow Knight's gonna do.
Hollow
great.
Knight is a 90 game. I'm fine with that. Perfectly happy with that. But also, I should have probably gone for Resi 4. But you know what? I'll live. Okay, don't make me feel bad. I'm fine.
I was kind of hoping Resi 4 would have come a little later.
I
didn't
don't
think Hunter
know
would
why
pick it
you
round
thought I
2.
would wait.
Okay,
No,
what's
either,
next
man.
for you, Kyle? What's next for you? Buddy
For
boy.
me, go and put me down for Octopath Traveler Dose.
Okay, now that's fair. Are you
Thank
locking
you.
you in?
Yes, I'm glad you approve of my pick.
No, I'm just making sure you're locked in before I'm saying that is definitely like a later pick. I wouldn't have gone fucking near that with a poll. I'd be like, ew, HD 2D, be gone. Like
The first game
vanished.
got like an 88.
No, they're fantastic games. Don't get me
Like an
wrong.
86.
It's just I'm just like
Same
I'm sitting
difference,
here
Hunter.
going like, Actually, there are so many
Ethan
more
is just
games.
saying
Let
you
me go to
probably could've got
Wikipedia.
away
No,
with
no,
Yeah, we
waiting.
could've
Ethan's
got away with
stalling
it.
so we can look at Wikipedia. We can all see it
let
in
me
his
look at
fucking
fucking
ghostly face.
Wikipedia. Now let me look at Wikipedia, and so I can be Casper the Friendly Ghost on your ass. Now, thank you very much. Oh my god, there's so many games. Right, well, I know which one. I know one of them. Starfield. And here's the thing, right? I think I'm not gonna like this game. I think I'm not. But I also know that it's like, if there's shills for anything in this world, it's Miyamoto and Todd Howard. Like, that is like literally, and Kojima. Like, they're like the trifecta. It's Miyamoto, Kojima, and Todd Howard. And I don't understand Todd Howard, but I know.
What a trio.
Yeah, but I know that, like, here's the thing. Fallout 76 was one of the biggest fucking disasters from a AAA developer of the time. Now, it's all water under the bridge. We love you, Todd. That was just a mistake, and look, you fixed it. Look, it's all good. No, it's still shit. Like, you're all fucking crazy.
Go watch
So
the Fall
Starfield's
of
gonna get, like, an
76
88.
from the Internet Historian if
Starf-
you want to relive that.
So Starfield's gonna get an 88, and I'm gonna sit there going, huh? And then we're just gonna live with it. Now is the real question: is where the fuck do I go from here? That's like,
That is the
I'm not.
question.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. That is on my
Read
mind
that
now.
Wikipedia.
let me just get a bit of Wikipedia action going right now, because I'm not prepared in the slightest. God, this is. See, here's the thing, right? I'm definitely picking. Oh, do I even pick that though? That's not now, not now, not now, Ethan.
Not now?
Not now, not now,
Not now?
no, not now.
But what if I
Not that
steal
either.
it?
I want that as well. I want that as well. But gosh, there's so many. No one's gonna. Yeah, that's the thing is, I'm trying to play a meta game here where I'm like, that is not. No one's gonna think of that.
What if he thinks that I know that he knows that I know
What
he'd
if
play
he
a trap
knows?
card? Yeah, I'm just
Right.
gonna attack.
I'm just gonna double check that they have put this out as a 2023 game before I continue. Because, but even then, I'm like, no, I'm not. Fuck it.
God.
Am I overthinking this? Am I really? I'm
Yes.
overthinking this.
I think so.
Just do it. Ethan, there's literally nothing on the line.
Right, yeah, fuck it. Okay, I'm gonna do this one now, and I don't really. This could be a very late game pick, but I just feel like the other ones I can hide a bit longer, whereas someone might think of this one. Suicide Squad. I'm gonna take it. I feel like I have no faith in it, but Kevin Conroy has boosted my faith again. I don't.
It's supposed to come out in May.
Yeah, it's definitely coming out. It's just, will this be a disappointment like Gotham Knights?
I think it'll be better than Gotham Knights, and I feel like I've had that opinion since we saw both of them. So, yeah, you'll be all right.
And that's only my fourth game. God, Jesus, this is hard. I'm so sorry to everybody listening, because if you're wondering, am I that unprepared? Yes, I am that unprepared. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Anyway, Kyle, where are we going? I gave you enough stalling time there, dude. I stalled for all of us. Don't you come at me like this.
No, I'm in between two right now.
Okay.
And I'm thinking... What was our ruling on remakes? Was that allowed?
Remakes are allowed. If it's a remake, you're allowed.
Okay. I picked Resident
If
Evil
it comes
4
up as a remake on here, you're allowed it.
Okay.
Yeah.
It just depends what classes as a remake.
You know, the nebulous term leads to us disagreeing with the ruling, as evidenced by Kyle's feelings about The Last of Us Part 1.
That was a full-on remake, guys. Come on.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, fuck it. Let's see. Dead Space remake.
That counts. That is definitely a remake. Yep, available. You want it?
Yes.
I really should have fucking picked that.
Yeah,
I'm a dumbass.
That'll probably do good.
I was sitting there going on all the
I've
stuff
never
that doesn't
played
have a
Dead
confirmed
Space.
date. I was literally going through all the
People
ones that
like
didn't
it,
have a
though.
confirmed date. Forgot there was games in January. I'm not gonna lie, I completely forgot.
Dead Space is great, and people do like it, but so it'll probably review well. Although
It'll
Games
review
Media
definitely
seems to-
review better than Callisto Protocol. I'll tell you that.
yeah, it definitely should. If it doesn't, Games Media just apparently hates everything horror that isn't Resident Evil.
Well, here's the difference, right? Is people went into Callisto Protocol going, this is Dead Space, and it wasn't, and
Dead
they were like,
Space.
whereas this is, they'll be like, this is Dead Space, and they will get
And
Dead
then
Space.
it will be Dead Space,
and they'll be like,
then-
hey, epic,
and they'll be
very
like,
cool.
yay. Even if for
Dead
some
Space
reason
all
they're
over the
grumpy about
place.
it not hitting the
Exactly.
same.
Okay, Hunter, we're back to you.
All right. So I think my next one, FromSoft did me solid last year. I'm gonna go with Armored Core.
Bastard.
That's fair. I was hoping that one would come later.
That was
I had that on
I mean,
that
it
was
might have if
that
you
was
didn't pick Dead
genuinely
Space.
that was
That's going to be
genuinely
my next pick.
no, that was what
Yo,
I was
Hunter, wanna
toying
make a
with
trade?
because the only reason I was questioning it is I don't think this game. I'm not 100% this game's gonna make it. That was the
Yeah.
only thing. I was like, maybe it will. I was gonna pick it, but I was like,
Yeah.
am I locking it in, Hunter?
Yeah, lock it in.
Because my
That's
thing
why I put
was
it down
people are
later on
saying
my
2023, but the Steam page just says coming soon, and everything else is like really vague. So I was like, I don't
mean,
trust it enough. Not at least for a fourth pick.
I
was like,
believe
"Oh."
that they said something about it being in 2023, and FromSoft actually has like an absurdly high rate of putting out their games. Like
When they say
like
they do, yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. Not only that, but who am I to disagree with the fact that they'll have another game out the year after Elden Ring? Bloodborne and
Dark Souls 3.
Sekiro were only a couple of
That-
years. Yeah, we're only
Dark
a couple
Souls 3
years
was the
apart.
year
And Dark
after
Souls 3
Bloodborne.
came out. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was getting at there. So yeah, I
And
wouldn't
then
be shocked
and
at
then
all.
and then
This
Sekiro
probably
was
won't-
only a couple of years after that. So yeah,
Yeah.
they
This
have
probably
they have a
won't be
fast
the
turnaround.
same big bucks as Elden Ring was, but it'll get me a solid amount of points, I imagine.
Yeah, it's a solid pick. It was whether it's coming out or
Yeah.
not I was umming and ahhing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Same.
what's next for you, Hunter?
Well, that becomes the problem. I think I'm going. Yeah, let's just go. I'll take Stellar Blade.
Stellar Blade. Oh,
Yeah.
Kyle, how do you feel? How do you
I
feel
don't.
about that? Can I
Oh, I
spell
think
Stellar?
if this
No, I
game
can't, it's an
comes
A.
out, it'll be pretty
Go me.
solid.
I mean, yeah, this game looks cool, but
Yeah,
Okay, am I locking it
I
in?
can live without an 82.
Am I locking this in?
yeah, lock it in.
You fucking fool! You fucking fool! We got him, Kyle. We got a freebie on that one. All right, Kyle. Go on.
Ethan's
Go
gonna
on.
counter
Make him
pick it
pay.
again.
Make him pay. Make him pay. No, I'm not. But make him pay.
Oh boy, make him pay, you say?
Yes. And while
In
you,
that
I'm
case,
gonna just do that.
I'm gonna take. You ready,
Yeah.
Ethan?
Yeah, I'm ready.
I am going to take Like a Dragon, Ishin.
Okay. Like a Dragon Ishin.
Yeah,
Solid
I think
pick.
that's like an offshoot of the Yakuza series.
It is. It's a remake.
Yeah.
It's allowed.
Oh, that's
Locking
a
it in.
remake too? I didn't
Yeah.
even know that.
We're locking that one in.
Damn, I really need to do research on these video games. Yeah, lock it in.
Locked in. Okay, I am actually prepared this time, guys. I'm actually prepared this time.
Yo. What you
Uh,
got?
I've got one that's risky, but I feel like if I don't take the risk, Hunter's going to take it later. So I'm going to do it. Hellblade 2.
I think that's a 2024 game personally,
you?
but
Oh,
yeah.
ooh. Ooh, no, you shouldn't have said that before I locked it in. You shouldn't have said that before I locked it in. Because you know me, Hunter, I'm a fly to a fly.
I'm just saying.
No, don't be
I-
a coward.
Nah,
Stick to your
d-
guns.
Do what you want. I think it's going to be 2024 because we haven't seen anything about it since the Game Awards, the previous one. You know,
Hunter,
So-
you're talking him out of it.
I
think
don't
I
care.
think
I'm
he
just
has done it.
speaking.
I think he has taught me out of it.
I'm just
I think
talking.
He has taught me out of it. Fine. You know what? I'll go with my backup, and I'm only going to do it because Kyle took the other one.
What?
I'm going for Like a Dragon Gaiden. The other
Oh,
there's
there was
two
a
coming
second
out.
Like a Dragon?
Yeah, and that's the new
I
one.
forgot.
Yeah.
About that one.
Yeah.
I thought Ishin was the new one.
No, that's coming out in February, and then they've got another one slated for fall. Because they've got that one, then they've got the one with Kiryu, which is the one between Yakuza 7 and 8, and then Yakuza 8's next year. So they're like,
God.
yeah. So I'm gonna take that one. And now that I was and a Hellblade, I don't remember what the second one I was gonna pick was. So thank you, Hunter. Jeez, now I was like locked in. I was like, I'm ready, baby. I'm ready to go.
If you were locked in, maybe you should have stayed locked in. I was just telling you personally that Hellblade was on
horrible boy.
the lower end of my spectrum.
Like I said, dude, stick to your guns.
I should have stuck to my guns, but now I want to remember what
stick
the
to
other
them
one was.
again.
No, because the other
Find
one
your
was
guns
like
and stick to them.
the other one was like a lock-in, and I was like, yes, I'm definitely taking that. And now I can't remember. Fuck it was. And now someone else, I can guarantee that one of you is going to pick it, and I'm going to be like, you motherfucker. No, I'm going back on that one as well, and I'll talk about that one if it ever comes up. So instead, I am going to go with, you know what? I'm going to go with Xbox. I know that this game's releasing this year. I know that no one was going to fucking pick it. Forza.
Oh, yeah. All right.
That's coming out this year. Forza Motorsport.
I thought you were about to pick Redfall.
No, fuck me. I'm not desperate, Hunter. Jesus, I'm not that desperate.
We're only in round 6.
But no, I know Forza's coming out this year. It's got a spring release date, apparently. I don't believe that for a second, but...
Oh, does it?
Yeah. I like I say, I'm all messed up. Kyle, please, let my brain have a break.
All right. How long do you need me to stall for?
No, I'm fine. You can carry on.
Okay.
12.
Just 12. Just 12.
All right. Put me down for Atomic Heart.
Oh, nice. That one does look interesting for sure.
Yeah. Locking you in?
Yeah. Final answer.
Good pick. Like it. Hunter?
Alrighty. I think my next pick is going to be Wolong Fallen Dynasty, which is, I don't know, a game coming from the Neo team, and Neo was pretty solid, so...
Yeah.
I think this will be pretty good.
Fine pick. Locking it in?
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, and then you get to go again, you lucky duck. This is why I do 100% regret going on the ends, because my brain cannot think 2 at a time. I genuinely can't do it.
Hey man, if you wanted to not be cryptic with me and
tell you, oh yeah.
Just tell me what you mean up front.
He could have just picked the middle spot himself too.
He also could have picked the first slot and got Breath of the Wild 2.
Yeah, but here's the thing: is I got God of War and Hunter got Breath of the Wild last year because we made a pact not to nick from each other, and I feel like I had to honor that this year because Hunter didn't get his last year. So I felt like honor system he had to have Breath of the Wild. That was just my gut. I couldn't do it to him. I genuinely couldn't do it to him because the look on his face. Look at that poor Hunter. He would have been sitting there looking the exact same because Hunter's emotional range isn't that vast. But you know, he would have been sad regardless.
There's basically stone faced, and then there's laughing like a maniac.
Yeah, there's maniac and stone faced and no in between. Anyway, have you thought of something?
Right. Yes, my next one, the internet seems determined to dislike this game, but I think it'll be alright. Forspoken. Why not?
I feel like it was going to get picked eventually.
Yeah. No, it was low on my priority list.
Same.
We're also hitting a stage where I'm in between games that I either don't need to pick now.
Yeah. No, that's fair enough. Locking it in.
Can. Yeah, go for it.
Good pick. Okay, Kyle.
Okay. We once again find ourselves at an impasse.
I remember it.
Of 2 games.
I remember.
Ethan, how much stalling do you need?
No, I don't need I don't need any stalling. I've remembered it, and I have a feeling.
Now, Kyle, you can stall.
Now you can steal it. Now you can steal it. Yeah. I just remembered that there's a video game, and I was like, oh god.
There is a video game.
He's right. There are video games.
It's crazy how that works, right? It's crazy.
Put me down for Atelier Ryza 3.
Didn't you try to pick this game like 2 years
So
ago?
I tried to pick the second one, but that came out in
Oh.
Japan already.
That's free.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
you
I
can
didn't
do
realize.
this. You can do this one. You can do this one.
Yeah,
You ready? We're looking at
Yeah.
him.
yeah.
Okay.
Which, by the way, that game scored like an 84 or some shit.
right.
Yeah, it did.
I'm upset.
All right. I just want to say thank fuck because
You're welcome.
Fire Emblem. I forgot about fucking Fire Emblem. I
Oh,
don't care. What?
Hold the fucking phone.
What?
Not 2 weeks ago, you said, I'm not picking this game in the draft. Kyle, you could have it.
Yeah, but then I
And
looked
I
at the
said,
open.
cool,
Then I
I've got a
looked.
free
Then I
10th
looked.
round pick.
No, and then
Fuck
Ethan.
you.
Then Ethan
You
looked
lying
at.
sack
Yeah,
of
fuck
shit.
you, because I remember the
No,
open
fuck
critic.
you.
Yeah, fuck you, bitch. This is the revenge for not taking my flea bargain. Fuck you. It's mine now. I remembered it exists. It's mine now. This is how desperate I am. Look at me.
You're a real piece of trash, Ethan.
Yes, I am,
Real
and this
piece
is your
of shit.
revenge. You should take me up on my offers.
Your offers were vague.
Yeah,
Like a
well, now I
genie.
have Fire Emblem Engage, and I'm gonna laugh when it gets to 70, and you laugh at me back, because it's gonna be
dude,
the
you
worst
enjoy that
review.
72.
Kyle, you should counterpick it.
Wouldn't that be a flex?
Please don't.
I should do that. That'd be fucking hilarious.
I'm sorry.
I don't care how bad. Fuck it, that's my counter pick. I don't even care how bad it would hurt me.
Oh man. Well, it seems to be that Fire Emblem has this pattern of they've got one that's good and then the next couple are bad.
Yeah,
and
this
then
is the thing was, I was like, I agree with you, that's always the pattern, but then I noticed, because I went on Open Critic, even the terrible ones go in the 80s, so I was like, there's apparently no
What?
losing in this. Fates has like an 86. I'm like, what?
Fates?
Why?
That's the one that no one liked.
That's
Yeah.
the worst one of the 3DS trilogy.
Right, I'm gonna do it. I don't think this is gonna. I think this isn't gonna. I feel like this is gonna get an 80. Horizon Call of the Mountain. I'm taking it.
Damn.
I don't know. It might get a little higher. If I'm not sure.
Don't
If this
get me wrong.
exists,
I
but
think it's gonna be great, but I
being
feel
a
like
VR game
VR
that
is always
is
gonna go with it. Like,
good
it's always gonna be
might
half,
pad
like-
it a little bit.
Who knows? Anyway, I'm drafting it. I'm sick of playing around, and now I can go back to umming and ahhing. I'm sorry about the Fire Emblem thing, but also I'm not sorry. I fucking picked what? Suicide Squad and Starfield, what an awful fucking duo that was. Anyway, carry on.
I just can't believe this man lied right on his podcast, right through his fucking teeth.
Is it
He
bad
lied
that I
as
forgot?
easy as he
Here's-
breathed.
Here's the thing: is it a lie if I forgot that I said that?
Yes.
Okay, noted.
Yeah, yes it is. Anyways,
I'm sorry. Please forgive me.
put I forgive you. I'm not
Thank you.
actually upset. I'm just gonna counterpick it.
Okay,
We'll see what happens.
what are you going for?
Put me down for replaced.
Okay,
Nah. That's a good one.
it's a good one.
I don't
Thank
know
you.
if it'll come
like
out
that
this year.
I don't
pretty
remember.
sure. I'm pretty sure these devs are from the Ukraine. So
Okay, I believe in them. I believe in them, bro. I believe.
because they talked about it being like, I don't know if it was supposed to come out this year, but they talked about developmental delays after the events in the world of last year.
Ah,
Yeah.
But
also
Right.
forgot to
Where
put
are
time
we?
together
1, 2,
for
3,
this
4,
'cause I
5,
was
6,
busy
7,
yelling
8,
at
9.
Ethan.
Yeah, sorry. Right, Hunter, where are you going next?
how many do I have left?
3.
3. All right. I guess first I'll go with Sea of Stars. This was a game that cool little looking indie game that was slated for the end of 2022 that got pushed out of there. So,
Yeah.
hypothetically, it should come out this year.
Okay.
And then my next pick, I'm just throwing out into the wild here because it looks cool and they said it'll come out this year and I haven't seen much about it since then, but I don't care. Gunbrella.
Okay.
Umbrella? Hunter, where do
Yeah.
you find this shit?
This is what I'm talking
I
about. Hunter, why is Hunter pulling out 10 picks for his final 3? This is what I'm talking about. I'm like, this man's crazy.
I don't know. It looks cool.
But hey, he's going with his heart, and it seems to work, Kyle. I feel like it works. So anyway, I'm locking those
There's
in.
a 50-50 chance. But yeah, lock them in.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes, you'll have one more. Kyle?
I'm running low on options here.
I've got
Uh,
plenty.
I bet you do.
For a whole Wikipedia list full of them. I feel like it's
Put me
time.
down
Yeah, go on.
for After Us.
Okay. That sounds familiar.
That
I
was
don't
shown
remember this game.
That was shown at Game Awards, I'm pretty sure.
Was it?
Yeah,
Fair
I
enough.
think it's something similar to Journey.
Okay, fair enough. Locking it in?
Yeah.
Awesome.
I don't know. This seems like one of those weird games that the internet would go crazy about.
Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wait, these are my last two?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is the Weeb Journey game.
Yeah.
Okay. Didn't realize this was my last two.
Sure is.
Okay. This is where it gets serious.
Put on your serious pants, Ethan.
Yeah, time to put my big boy pants on. This is a bit. You see, I feel like I've got like two memes, and I feel like I don't want to go with two memes. I feel like I'll take the one L. I'm not taking two, if that makes sense. When was this announced for? Yeah, okay, I'm gonna do it. It was okay. I'll do a serious one. My serious one is The Wolf Among Us 2.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
All right.
Because I want to believe that game comes out this year. They announced that it was this year in February of last year. So I'm like,
haven't said anything about it since.
No, but they did say it's coming next year. We're not talking about it till next year. So they did like go out of their way to be like, hey, we promise you it is coming. So I believe. And the next one, I'm just doing this because I want. This is genuine. I want this to go down in the history books. I want you to usher this in. I want you to write this in right under the Ethan is a fucking liar on his own podcast. I then also want to say that he was doomed to fail thanks to the world-renowned Game of the Year Crash Team Rumble.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
Add game to publisher. I believe in Crash Team Rumble. I believe in Crash Team Rumble. I don't, but it was this, or what was the other one? I don't remember, but it was this or Crash. I'll look it up. Kyle, what's your final pick while I look at what my other meme pick was?
My final pick is going to be Fatal Frame, Mask of the Lunar Eclipse.
Oh, damn. I didn't even know there was a new Fatal Frame coming out.
I think it's a remake.
Supposed
to... It's ineligible. Yeah. It's a remaster.
Oh.
You've been got.
Of course it is.
Now.
Of course it is.
Oh,
well then, let's go with the stupid pick. Give me Hogwarts Legacy again.
Oh, fair enough, bro.
What?
Enough. Nothing.
What are you moaning and groaning about now?
Add it to publisher. Done. On Hunter.
Hmm.
Your final pick. For now.
Alrighty. Yeah, alright. So, 2 years in a row, I've manifested things out of nowhere.
God.
Oh no, he's doing a Hail Mary again. Oh,
he's doing it again, Ethan.
No.
I'm gonna go back to what I know, and this time, Metroid Prime remake.
Oh, okay.
Hit me with it.
Is that even in here? Did you check that it was in here?
Yeah.
It's not in here.
What?
Because Jeff Grubb's fucked you in here because all of the Jeff Grubb rumors was it's a remaster, not a remake. So doesn't count. Did you want a Hail Mary Metroid Prime 4? Did you want a Hail Mary that?
No, that's not coming out
Jeff
this year.
Grubb.
Fuck you, Jeff Grubb. Fuck you.
Master Detective Archives. Give me that then. I'll come up with a meme some other time.
Oh, that's not a meme. That's Master Detective Archive, Raycoat.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the Danganronpa thing. Yeah. I forgot.
I said I'll come up with a meme, as in like the picking Metroid Prime remake was a meme.
Okay. Are we locking? Am I locking that in, Hunter?
Yeah. Somnium Files did me well enough last time.
I also
think
want to
this will be-
say that I'm really upset with myself from the sole purpose of, you know, when it's like I've been sitting here umming and ahhing, and then I
Yeah.
remember one specific game where I'm like, I'm definitely gonna. I said that to myself yesterday. Definitely gonna pick that up. I haven't picked it up. I'm an absolute idiot, and no one has it either. And I'm like, I'm an absolute idiot. I'm a fool. I'm a fake and a fraud.
Damn.
Anyway, do I get to counterpick first?
Final Fantasy 7 too.
I do believe that's how it goes.
Okay. Well, if Kyle is so ready to counterpick Fire Emblem, which he might not, I'm doing it because I don't care if I go down. I'm going down a fucking martyr, boys. Hogwarts Legacy. I'm fucking counterpicking that shit, bro. I don't care.
Nice.
And if this gets a good score, then I'm gonna fucking riot, and I'm gonna be one of those Twitter boys. But I'm gonna get on Twitter with the rest of them. We're gonna be flying. Come bring it on, JK. I'll fucking get you. I'm like, hey, fuck you. Counterpick that bitch.
No, that's
There we
fair.
go.
Hunter counterpicked it last year, but
Well, yeah, that was part of like that was.
Yeah, but here's the thing is, Hunter didn't know if it was coming out. This
Yeah.
is coming out in February, so I'll know very quickly how fucked I am. But you know what? It's for the memes. Kyle, what are you thinking?
Oh, that's cool. They changed the counterpick.
Oh yeah, to
logo.
a sniper icon. Like,
That's so cool.
We're gonna get you.
Before it was just like a little padlock.
Yeah.
Damn, Fantasy Critic pulling out all the stops. Anyways, Crash Team Rumble.
Okay, fair enough.
That's my
Oh,
counterpick.
You're not gonna pick the Fire Emblem game.
Absolutely.
No, much like Ethan, I'm also a liar on this
Yeah,
podcast.
you absolutely faking a fraud.
Oh, I don't even have. Man, I went last. I don't have a suicide pact to offer anyone.
No, because
No,
me
I
and
have to
Kyle
yeah.
have got on a suicide pact, which I think is very one way in my favor of dying. But you know what? He'll make it interesting. It's up to you, Hunter.
have
Do you want
to
to go for
actually,
something that
like-
might be good instead of just going for
I have
playing
to
it safe?
actually look at these things. You know? Man.
Well, here's the thing, right? I
Yeah.
feel like Hogwarts Legacy and Crash Team Rumble, as much as that trailer for Crash Team Rumble was shit and it was utter garbage, I still feel like it's not going to be Saints Row garbage. I still feel it will get a positive. So I feel like we're
Yeah.
both going to take an L
Yeah,
to
but
some
I
extent.
feel like the amount of points Kyle is in danger of losing to Crash Team Rumble is at most like 5.
And I feel like I'm at least going to lose 15 now at this point. I feel like I've made a mistake, but who cares? I've done it for the memes.
Let's see.
Your boy's going to be buying a PSVR and inflating those fucking Metacritic scores, boys. I'm going to get on OpenCritic just to call them out in 10 out of 10, boys. What an incredible experience, because I paid
Oh man,
$600 for
I
it.
can't believe we're changing the review scale. Yeah,
I mean, I had Call of the Mountain on my list.
Yeah,
at the
I had
risk,
it about what you picked it about when I would have picked it. So
fair enough.
at the risk of actually losing a fair amount of points if the game does come out, I will counterpick Replaced.
ooh.
Because I think that game will be good when it comes out, and
Wait, while I went to draft game, the list isn't right. Hang on, I might have to fucking. Jesus Christ, don't let me pick
The
anything.
website is broken.
I'm just like it's like
The
there we
balls
go.
are here.
I'm here. Replaced
Yeah, because I think it will be good when it comes out. I just don't think it'll come out this
the
year.
draft is complete, ladies and gentlemen. So there you go. We are all locked in. Hunter has gotten away scot-free. He can technically, unless I snipe on him right now, just quickly count and pick what it is, which I'm not going to do because he's got some good stuff here, to be honest. But there we go. I'll read it out for all you beautiful audio listeners just to say everything. Hunter has got, for his current first 10, Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, Resident Evil 4 Remake, Street Fighter 6, Armored Core 6, Fires of the Rubicon, Stellar Blade, Wolong Fallen Dynasty, Forspoken, Sea of Stars, Gunbrella, Master Detective Archives Rain Code. Those are Hunter's picks. Kyle
With
has
replaced
picked.
as a counter pick.
Or replaced as a counter pick. I'm sorry, I forgot his pitiful counter pick that is the most pussy shit I've ever seen in my life. Like, what the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? Me and Kyle,
laughed when I picked Crash Team Rumble.
we're shooting each other. Yeah, but at least the set dates, bro. No, Crash Team Rumble actually isn't a set date, but we know it's going to come out bad or not. Anyway, that's a June game, boys. Look forward to it.
Listen, if you wanted me to pick a game with a date, you should have offered a new Suicide Pact.
This is true,
But-
Ethan.
Yeah,
True.
I would have taken it. If you would have been like, yo, I'll counterpick Breath of the Wild
I'm sorry,
2 if you
just the
counterpick
just-
Spider-Man. or
The
something.
hatred for Hogwarts Legacy was just too strong in me. I can use my second. Do you want to go all in on a suicide pact on the second
Oh
counter
my
pick and just
God.
lock them in right now?
Lock him in right now. Oh my.
Don't even have to
Make
think
sure
about
Ethan
counter
gets
picks for the
negative
rest of the
points this
year.
year.
Yeah, make sure Ethan just doesn't win. That'd be funny.
Yeah, just fuck me into oblivion, bro. Like that's it. Bye.
Anyway, what's Kyle's list?
My list.
Do you want to say him,
is-
Kyle? You can say him if
Yeah,
you
I
want.
got it. Give your voice a break. We got Final Fantasy 16, Star Wars Jedi Survivor, Octopath Traveler 2, the Dead Space remake, Like a Dragon Ishin, Atomic Heart, Atelier Ryza 3, Replaced, After Us, and Hogwarts Legacy, with a counterpick of Crash Team Rumble.
Which is stupid because it's obviously going to be game of the year, guys. I mean, come
It
on.
is.
It's
It is.
Crash. It's a Rumble. If it's not free
There's
to
a
play, that's a
team.
disaster. I mean, come on. Like, let's speak about it. I mean, Activision's had such a good track record with free to play games recently. I mean, look at Overwatch 2. You pay to lose. It's
Diablo
great.
Immortal.
Yeah. Anyway, and then finally, my list for PSE4 is Marvel Spider-Man 2, Hollow Knight Silksong, Starfield, Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League, Like a Dragon Gaiden, the man who erased his name, Forza Motorsport for Xbox Series X, Fire Emblem Engage, Horizon Call of the Mountain, The Wolf Among Us 2, and Crash Team Rumble with a counterpick of Hogwarts Legacy. And I just want to say, I thought that my list, before I'd reread it, was a lot worse than it actually is, and now I feel like I just shot myself in the fucking foot for memes. So you know what? It's all good, boys. It's all good. It's all good. You know? Please,
I mean,
reviewers,
typically
please.
picking the memes is at most a slap on the wrist. Like,
Unless that meme is Skatebird.
Yeah, true.
I still feel like Skateboard.
I got like
possibly-
minus 20.
that
The only
couldn't
hope I
possibly
have
been that
is
bad.
Hogwarts Legacy has been, Harry Potter not on a good track record in terms of brand reception right now. Also,
Yeah.
the people that made it made Disney Infinity. That was the last thing they made, and it's been in development hell. I can pray for a bad game here. Please, Gotham Knights it. I'm begging you for a Gotham Knights here. I am like begging. But we won't know because none of us are going to play it anyway. So it's great. It's going to be good fun.
That's very true.
Just sit on the sidelines with our popcorn at the ready.
It's like that scene from SpongeBob. Cotton candy. Can't be an angry mob without cotton candy.
It's true. It's true. Man. Even if just these games came out this year, it's looking like a good one. It's looking like a good one.
Yeah,
This
that was a
was
good
such
year.
an easy year to make a draft list
Why
for.
did I struggle way more
Preliminary.
this year? I feel like I struggled way more this year because there was an actual choice. Whereas last year I was like, I know what 12 games I'm gunning for here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still have a doc with a bunch of other games that I haven't had to pick yet.
Yeah.
So, like, there's a wealth of choices here.
And we were all making a pact right now that bids there is a bid cycle between now and the podcast. We are ignoring that. No one is putting a bid in. You cannot bid on a game until this podcast has gone out. Because
Yes.
that's not fair on the people at home if they then go and click the link that's in the description and then they say Hunter's picked up 6 games because he's like, what can I say? I saw Crash Team Rumble and now I've got to really get in there because I've got to fight for my life. No, Hunter, you got to wait. You got to wait, Hunter.
I'm sure I'll be okay.
Yeah. But hey, there we go. I guess that's it. Like, wow, that was
I
a
think
short one,
so.
wasn't it? That was a short one. Has anyone played any games? We got any games to talk about before we go? Is that
I got a-
we gotta
I got a
leave that for
PS5.
the drought for next week. We don't have a topic next week.
Do we not have a topic next week? Do you want to save it for
I
there?
don't know.
How are you feeling
Yeah,
about your PS5, Kyle? How are you feeling about your PS5
Yeah,
before?
you-
You can talk about the games next time. but,
PS5
yeah.
is super chonky, and I'm still struggling on where to put it.
Hmm.
Why is this thing so big?
I really...
Why
Here's
is it
the- yeah.
fucking massive?
I was really...
It
I
is pretty
forgave
big.
the design when it came out. And here's the thing, right? Is I have, obviously, a PS5. I have an Xbox Series X. I bought my parents a Series S for Christmas because they needed... they're planning on getting a 4K TV. And they need, like, a streaming thing. And I was like, you know what? The Series X is perfect because my dad plays games. He can have access to my Game Pass library. He can do all that. But then also, I hate stuff like Fire Sticks. They never fucking work. They're awful. So I was like, here, have an actual box that will
Fire
actually
sticks are
stream your
stupid.
stuff properly. There you go. At least you're all good. So I have like all 3 of the next gen consoles in my house now, and by far the one I hate the most in terms of design and the way it is the PS5. It's so big.
awkward.
The stand's awful. Just
The stand is so awful, dude.
people are like, "Hey, there's no PS5 Pro this generation." I'm like, "Thank God, give me a redesign. I'll buy it just to fucking get the design, the ugly out of my house." Like genuinely, I'll be like, "Here you go, father. Here's a present. It's the ugly PS5. I'm taking the good one with me. Good day, sir."
Mine just sits on top of a black box off to the side of my TV, and it also has the black plates, so it just blends in.
Is yours vertical or horizontal?
No, it's horizontal.
You see, mine's horizontal, but because mine's launch, mine's the launch model, and mine has the issue where if I put it up on its vertical, the disc tray's too loud because the original OG models some of them have an issue where the disc drive doesn't work properly. So it sounds like a chainsaw if I have it vertical. So I don't have the choice, and I'd rather have it vertical, but I can't because it sounds like a chainsaw. So I'm like, I'm just fucked with the thing, and it's like I hate it. It's like I love the console.
That issue.
Yeah. I love the console from like everything from like the UI, love that, love how fast it works, love how everything's working. Just that one issue of the actual thing itself. It's like, oh.
It is super huge though, and I refuse to ever move it. I'm never taking this anywhere else. Unless I move out of my house.
Say what you want about the Xbox it's a massive brick, but it's a compact brick. It's like that big. It's like compact. Just chuck it in there. Done. Bob's your uncle.
You can make a place for it.
Yeah, PS5, the stand, it looks like the stand was not made to actually stand it. Like, it's just kind of floating, and it's just like, hello, I'm a monolith. Like, I'm just going to sit here.
Looks so stupid, dude.
It is stupid. I would recommend...
I'm just, like, taking it in right now. It looks fucking dumb.
I would recommend at some point. It's not necessary, and if you can just forget about it, you can forget about it. But getting a set of colored plates that are darker just to hide it has done me wonders. Like, it's great. Like,
I'm not getting plates.
No, you should. Just get the cheap ones.
I'm committed to this color.
Your child barely wanted the console. He's not going to invest any more in it.
The plates are superfluous, and also I've picked up another hard drive, another terabyte hard drive, just so I didn't have to reuse my PS4 one. But the drive I picked up is white to match the console.
Oh, so you're fully committed now. You're fully committed.
You're just full like Aperture Labs over there.
You're like me when I bought a new DualShock, like back at the end of the PS4's life cycle, and I got a white one just so that it matched the PS5 when the PS5 came out. You're doing one of me. And then I swapped the plates out, so now I just have a white DualShock that just gets grubble over it, because of course it does. But there you go. Like I say, we've done our picks, I guess. We've not even had a Nintendo Direct. That's the thing. There's not many. There's like what? Yeah. There's not even many Nintendo games here. It's just Zelda and
Fire Emblem.
I was contemplating. I'll talk about this now. We can talk about this now that the fun's over.
Yeah,
I was contemplating Pikmin, but I do not trust Nintendo with year release dates because they did it for Animal Crossing. It missed it by a year. They did it for Breath of the Wild 2. Missed it. They've missed it by
a few years.
Every Switch game they've missed when they've just put a year at the end of it. So I'm like, Pikmin 4 is the last Switch game in 2024. Can't wait for it. See you then. Like, not happening. I don't believe it. But you know.
Yeah, my thought process when it came to this year's draft, I'm trying something different. A lot of my stuff in the early picks were games that had release dates.
Mm-hmm.
Games that are already set in stone to come out this year. And I'm looking at what I've got now. There's only 2 games, Replaced and After Us, that are undated.
A lot of mine are undated.
So that's where my thought process was coming in for this year, because I'm I'm just gonna focus down on what I know is going to come out.
I'm like 90% sure that like all of the one that I'm the least likely that's gonna come out on this list probably is Wolf Among Us. That's probably the riskiest I've got because they're an indie team, so they could very easily slip to next year. Whereas it's like Hollow Knight, I feel like they're kind of locked at least to the end of the year. And Like a Dragon. I'm like, 2 Like a Dragon games in the same year, but they also have released like Judgment and Yakuza in the same year, and they do like all sorts of shit.
I also
You gotta
feel like they
ignore
just
them.
put those out when they feel like it. Like,
Yeah, they're also
you
They
know,
really
also-
just show up.
They're also planning to have like Final Fantasy VII Rebirth come out at least 6 to 8 months after 16. So it's like there's no rules here. There's no rules. Even
Yeah,
if it
there
is
aren't
next
really
year,
rules.
it's early next year. So there's no rules here.
Yeah.
Like, that shit's mental.
I can't wait if FF7 Rebirth gets a date and we all just scramble to the draft to try and pick it up.
I can't wait for that to be an announcement of like a Final Fantasy VII presentation, and we all scramble to get it before the presentation comes out, and then one of us is just sitting there praying to God that it's 2023 while the others are praying that it's January, just going, come on, baby, come on. I'm feeling January.
It's like it'll be like that. It'll be like when Metroid Dread got revealed at the Nintendo thing, and you guys were all like, "Please be the next year. Please be the next year."
Oh,
I feel like we'll know about 7 Remake before 16's even out, because they did it at E3 last time. I wouldn't be. It's never bet on Square Enix. Everyone's like, Square Enix, they'll wait till they're ready. No, they don't. They shit stuff out all the time. They'll just give you a date for... Like, do you remember when Kingdom Hearts 3, they were like, oh yeah, guys, look, it's May. Here's the release date. It's next January. See you then. Bye-bye. And then they just waved.
Yeah.
And it's like... Don't believe you for a second, but hey,
Square Enix is a weird developer.
they always are.
Yeah.
They always are.
See how much shit they put out this year. It'll be
I'm
funny.
sure they'll have plenty of shotgun 3-point games for this following year too. Yeah.
Can't wait. I'll file that away for like the last 3 or 4 slots. Like, I
But
need
hey.
points. I need points.
Dragon Quest Treasures.
I
2.
feel- I'm saying this. I feel like there's gonna be plenty to pick this year, because I feel like
Yeah.
Microsoft
Yeah, for
has got a
sure.
lot under their sleeve. For all we know, Hellblade could be this year. You know,
Yeah.
they could pull out something else
I
that
could be
they've been
wrong.
working on. PlayStation, other than Spider-Man, and PSVR
They've been
2,
completely
has been
silent.
relatively quiet. There could be something else coming from them. Who knows?
Nintendo's also been
Last of Us
quiet.
Factions. We never even thought about that. That could come out.
Nah,
You know, there's plenty of stuff.
they could.
And The Last of Us just gets a fucking 9 instantly. They could who cares?
Yeah, factions won't be any different, even though the people who like factions, I don't believe.
Yeah,
I
they
don't believe
exist.
them.
They don't exist, and they can't hurt you guys. Remember that. But anyway, I'm gonna wrap it up. You got a really long episode last week. Go home, kids. What is this? New Year's? We're not babysitting you every week. God, come on. What do you expect from us? We'll be back next week with a topic where we'll be like, guys, I don't know how long this one will be, and then it'll be 6 hours long, because that's what we always do. So, come back
Yeah,
next
it is.
time when we'll talk about something. Who knows what?
We'll figure it out.
we always do.
We got like 3 weeks to kill before releases happen.
Exactly. We've got a little while. I'm all in on Forspoken as well, because I've already paid for it. So it's like, oh god, I'm in it whether I like
Dude,
it or
I have a
not.
PS5 now. I could get it too.
No, we can all suffer together. It'll just be like Ghost of
Hell
Tsushima all
yeah.
over again. Remember that? Ooh, that was
Oh,
fun.
good.
Oh, that's a good point. Now that's crazy. That it's like oh yeah, when Final Fantasy 16 comes out, Kyle will actually be like, it could actually play
Able
it. That's
to
crazy.
play it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not just
Dude,
sitting
the
here
best part is-
metaphorically. Yeah.
FF16 comes out the day before my birthday.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's it.
happy birthday to you.
I'm
Square
still
Enix
thinking.
got you a present.
I'm still thinking.
Hopefully it's good.
about, Yeah. Because I haven't taken any time off work, and I'm like, I need to take weeks off. So I need to really look at the week after Breath of the Wild comes out, just to see if I can take that week off. Because I'm like, if there's any game I need a week of my life for, it's probably that one this year.
Very true.
Because you know what those games are like. We'll have to see. Anyway, all links are on screen right now, as always. You can go and follow us on Twitter if you want to keep up to date with everything we're doing outside of the podcast. New year. Got a lot of fun stuff planned, I'm sure. It's like I always feel it's weird, because I feel like a lot of podcasts, they use like January 1st, whatever. It's like, hey, it's big refresh time, new year, new us, and then we're just here, we like, no, you wait till March, and then nothing really changes, but we say it's new just to get you guys invested. Am I right? Yeah, let's do it. We'll see. I've got some ideas in my head. It's just whether I can find the time to pull them off
Yeah, make the
before
time
March.
to do it.
Yeah. We'll see. We got some fun stuff. We'll actually have reviews, though. We'll have some reviews coming up.
There's a River City Girls review just in the ether right now.
Yeah, I haven't had time to get to it, but that will be this week. So look forward to that.
Cool.
That will be on youtube.com this week. I promise you that it will be done on this week. It'll probably be Thursday or Friday. I don't know if we've decided what day reviews go up yet, but that's an off-stream thing. Anyway, if you want to know when that goes out, what can you do? You can go and follow us on Twitter at HotGamersOnly, or just subscribe to the YouTube channel at youtube.com/HotGamersOnly. And hey, if you don't want to look at our stupid faces, that's cool. Head to the link tree in the description, or search for Hot Gamers Only on your favourite podcast service, such as Spotify or Apple Podcasts. You name it, we're on it. Go and give us a follow, give us a 5-star review, smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, dab, do whatever you want. I don't care. It's time for you to go.
Hit the yoinky sploinky.
Hit the yoinky sploinky, dude. Yeah, just
The
like,
stanky leg.
Yeah. Do whatever you want.
Gritty.
Yeah. But no, thank you ever so much for hanging out with us this week. We'll be back same time, same place next week for who knows. The games aren't out yet. Tragedy. Unbelievable.
When
But
are
we'll have to.
Personas out?
16th, I think.
Ah,
Or 17th.
damn.
Also, good point you brought this up. I do want to bitch at Microsoft for this. Fucking, why are the pre-orders locked so you can only pre-order it on Xbox? What the fuck is this? Why can't I just pre-order it on Switch and preload it? This is stupid. I fucking hate it. What is this? This is the dumbest shit ever. No, you can only pre-order on Xbox, guys. That's how it works. That's how marketing works, apparently. The prices are up on Switch. Anyway, I'm going off. I'm going off before I burst a
Like,
blood.
sorry, I derailed the outro.
I'm sorry, I derailed the
We're
outro.
gonna
Anyway.
be here for another 5
On
minutes.
to looks frozen, so he's had enough. Look at him. Anyway, we'll be back same time, same
Is
place
he?
next week. Yeah, he's gone for more.
Oh, he's gone, dude.
But until then, have an awesome week, and yeah, we'll see you next time. Bye.
See ya. Toodaloo.
Toodaloo.